Minnesota fighting Vikings offensive line is one, maybe two pieces away from being great. Well, one, if they would free Kyle Hinton, you cowards, but no. And if the Vikings do go offensive line in the first round, maybe Wyatt Davis will be there. Maybe Rashawn Slater will be there, but there's no guarantee. But what about if they're gone? One USC guard / tackle, Alijah Vera-Tucker. Now, I understand Vikings fans maybe get that eye twitch going. Oh, a USC offensive lineman, also a guy who wears 75. Bad memories. I get it. But Vera-Tucker is an absolute stone cold killer. So let's talk about this man of Troy today. Background, 6'4", 315, redshirt junior, former 4-star recruit from powerhouse Bishop O'Dowd in Oakland. Committed to USC, redshirt 2017, was a reserve 2018 as a redshirt freshman, and then banged it as a redshirt sophomore last year. Played 926 snaps, all at left guard. Only allowed one Anthony Peeler sack, as well as 7 total pressures allowed, a 78.8 PFF grade, first team all Pac-12, USC offensive lineman of the year. And it's amazing that he did that. Again, a first-year starter at USC, redshirt sophomore, just an absolute calm demeanor to him, an absolute operator out there. It was great. Now, good declare. I think he would have been a pretty solid upside, maybe day 2 pick, but decided to return to LA. USC and Pac-12 season up in the air due to COVID-19 concerns, but they came back and they played a little bit. And also, when they came back, he started playing left tackle for the men of Troy, and they're undefeated. Keaton Slovis looking like a 2021 number 1 overall pick. Oh, Pedon for Keaton. Yeah, let's make that happen. And then also, Vera-Tucker, even though he's showing up and showing out left tackle, I think that he is going to be a guard at the next level, but you do love the versatility. So the pros, the balance is absolutely there. So what's been really annoying about guys like Drew Samia, guys like TJ Clemmings, is they lose their balance, they lean, and it's not great, right? So Vera-Tucker is kind of like a weeble wobble. Like he does not fall down. He is always having a good base, and that's great to see. Versatility, like we mentioned, played both guard spots, mainly left guard, but did get some time in as a redshirt freshman at right guard, also playing left tackle this year, and also the calm. Like I mentioned, does not get overwhelmed, is just an absolute smooth operator out there, just does not freak out, is a good communicator with teammates, and it's great to see. Also, solid anchor. Like he can handle all the bull thrown his way. He's got plenty of ass. He's already got an NFL caliber anchor, so he can take on some of those big-time interior defensive linemen that Ezra Cleveland didn't really do against the Bucs. That's why he's the left tackle, but nah. Also, big pro is competition. So throughout his time at USC, he's faced some lean and mean and studly defensive tackles. So Utah, Leki Fodu and John Pennicini drafted last year. Onwuzurike from Washington, who's going to be probably a day 2 pick this year, who's a stud I really love. BYU, Chris Atanga, who's going to be a draft pick this year as well. Colorado, Mustafa Johnson, as well as, every single damn day, Jay Tufel, just like, hey, what's up? We're going to clang and bang today. So iron does indeed sharpen iron. Cons. So isn't going to be a plus athlete. Like he's not going to test out of the roof or in the same universe as, say, Rashawn Slater or Wyatt Davis for sure. I mean, he actually reminds me a lot, like body type wise, of Elton Jenkins, who was a former standout at Mississippi State and then was a second-round pick by the Packers, so now I have to hate him with the fear of 1,000 suns. It's unfortunate. Or a little bit of Cesar Ruiz to him, but was also a 2-year starter at USC. Now, USC, this is a knock, even because Wyatt Davis is a 2-year starter as well, but USC's 2020 season basically being 5-6 games. Yeah. Also, not a perfect, quote-unquote scheme fit. So the lack of athleticism won't necessarily make him a liability with the Vikings, who still primarily run outside zone, but he's not going to be the archetype. He's not going to be the type of guard that you would draw up if you want to fit him in there. Now, he would certainly stand up in power. Like that, certainly not a drawback there. But also, like we mentioned at a certain point, getting talent to fit your scheme, that's not great. Adjust your scheme to fit your talent, right? And also, is he a reach in the mid-first? So say Davis and Slater are gone, which is certainly possible if the Vikings are drafting mid-teens, later 20s, if they make the playoffs. Woo. And Tucker is absolutely a top 40 talent in this draft, but would it be a reach for the Vikings, like we mentioned, if they're drafting in the late teens and the 20s? I mean, maybe. maybe. But, I mean, hell, if he's at the top of the board, he's at the top of the board. I mean, go get your guy. But if he's not and the Vikings go a different direction, he's not going to be around when they end up swinging in the draft again. But overall, the more that I watch Vera-Tucker, I mean, the more I like him because there's not any, like, glaring weaknesses, but also no major strengths, but is just an all-around absolutely rock solid technician, and I love it. That has a ton of value, and I think he would be a day one starter at left guard for the Vikings, and probably, hopefully, for a decade plus in that spot. So again, if the Vikings miss out on the premium marquee names, like if they miss out on the ribeye and shrimp of the Rashawn Slater and Wyatt Davis, go get yourself an awesome Juicy Lucy in that Alijah Vera-Tucker. Yeah, the working man's lunch burger analogy guard. He's good either way. Take that. So your thoughts, Alijah Vera-Tucker? Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Most support that work. Post some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skol, production value.